Hello, my friends. In this video, I would like to share with you 4 questions using double angle formulas with complete solutions. At the end of this video, you will see also 3 practice questions with answers only. Let me start in the first slide here just to highlight some basic double angle formulas. The sine of double angle, sine 2x, 2 sine x cosine x, that's a simple formula. X is the angle here. It can be theta, it can be alpha. And then we have 3 formulas for cosine double angle. Cosine 2x, cosine squared of x minus sine squared of x. And then I will show you from where I get these formulas in the cosine. Tangent of double angle, very important formula. We will see it also in the questions. Tan 2x is equal to 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan squared of x. So if you have tan x only, x is the angle, then you can find tan of the double angle. Also, if you have sine of the double angle and cosine of the double angle, you can divide them. So you can find tan of 2 theta. Let's start with example 1, please. Given cosine of minus b is equal minus 2 divided by square root of 11, b belongs to quadrant 3. Find the value of cotan 2b. So we have angle b, b is the angle now, cosine of minus b is this, and we need cotan of the double angle. Take a few seconds to think, how can we start? Here we have to solve this problem here with this minus, cosine of minus b. And then we have to remember the formula of cotan 2b. It is the reciprocal of tan 2b. So first we can find tan 2b, then find the reciprocal to find cotan 2b. Let's start. Cosine of minus b is this. I know cosine function is even. That means cosine of minus theta is equal cosine of theta for any angle theta. So if I apply this for cosine of minus b, it will be cosine of b. Now just remember, if we have here sine of minus b, it is not even. The sine function is odd. Okay. So cosine is the same now. Cosine of b, cosine of minus b, minus 2 divided by square root of 11. This is x over r. I can use x squared plus y squared is equal r squared. Square the x here, square the r, and then find y. So it will be plus or minus square root of 11 minus 4, plus or minus square root of 7. Which one I take? If angle B in quadrant 3, then x and y are negative. Remember that. So if I need tan of the angle B, it's y over x minus square root of 7 divided by minus 2, and then it will be positive. Tangent function in quadrant 3 is positive. We just continue here. Tan of B, we found already square root of 7 over 2. And then just put the formula there in the second line here. I put the formula tan 2b, 2 tan b divided by 1 minus tan squared of b. Just put the numbers, check the calculation, and then this is tan of 2b minus 4 square root of 7 over 3. Now what do we need? Cotan of 2b, which is 1 over tan 2b. Just the reciprocal of that. Just take the reciprocal. And then I rationalize to remove the radical in the denominator. So the final answer will be minus 3 square root of 7 over 28. Let's see question number 2. It's not difficult. Here we have to show there are no numbers, no values we have to deal with. Show that half cosecant of x sine 2x. So there is a multiplication. Show that this one is equal to cosine squared of x over 2 minus sine squared x over 2. Maybe a little tricky. Let's see, how can we start? When we say show that the first one is equal to the second one, so we start with the first one. So I start here, half cosecant of x. Put the formula for cosecant of x, which is 1 over sine of x. And there is a formula, double angle for sine. So it will be like that. You see here? Wait. Sine 2x, 2 sine x cosine x. And then cosecant of x, 1 over sine x. Just simple formulas. Cancel the 2, cancel the sine. This is equal cosine of x. How can we reach? So this whole expression is equal to cosine of x. How can we reach this question here? How can we reach cosine squared x over 2 minus sine squared x over 2? Maybe a little difficult. I will show you on the next slide. You can pause and think if you like. You see, what do we need here? We need cosine of x to be equal the other part. Now listen here carefully, please. From slide number 1, we have here cosine 2 theta is equal cosine squared of theta minus sine squared of theta. Just be careful here. Okay. Now, I will change the variable. I will say let this 2 theta, I will call it x. I can change the variables in mathematics. You can change the variable anytime you like. So we say let 2 theta is equal to x. It's okay. Now divide by 2. What do you get theta from here? Theta will be x over 2. So if this is 2 theta is equal to x, this theta becomes x over 2, x over 2, which we need. Done. So all this, the left side is equal cosine of x. Cosine of x is equal to this one, cosine squared x over 2 minus sine squared x over 2. Nice question. Number 3. Not difficult, maybe straightforward, maybe. Cosine of 2 beta, 1 over 3 given, beta greater than pi over 2 less than pi. And I need to find the value for cosecant beta times cosine beta plus cotan beta. So there are 3 function values, trig function values we have to find. Cosecant of beta, cosine of beta, cotan of beta. Remember what is given? Cosine of 2 beta. So this question depends actually on the formulas. So you have to deal with the formulas. So what is cosine 2 beta? I think here it's a good idea that you pause for a little 1 minute or so. Start with cosine 2 beta, the first slide. Cosine 2 beta. What are the formulas? Or how can we use it? Let me show you. So, given cosine 2 beta, 1 over 3, beta is greater than pi over 2 less than pi, which means beta, the angle beta, is in quadrant 2. You know what does it mean to be an angle in quadrant 2? That means the cosine, when you find it, it's negative value because of the x minus, and the sign of beta is plus. And you can see that here. You can see that this is a minus and this is a plus. Now, what do we do? Apply double angle formula for cosine. So I said here, cosine 2 beta, 2 cosine squared beta minus 1. Just replace on the left side 1/3. I left this one for you to do it. Very simple here. Just do some steps. Move the 1 on the other side, divide by 2, take the square root of both sides. You will find this answer here, cosine of beta. Use another formula for double angle. Also, we have cosine 2 beta, 1 minus 2 sine squared beta. On the left side, replace it by 1 over 3 from the given, do some steps, arithmetic, some calculation, and then you will find sine beta plus 1 over square root of 3, because beta belongs to quadrant 2. What else now? On the next slide, we see cosine of beta is there, sine of beta is there. We found it already in the first line here. Then I find cotan of beta. Cotan of beta by the formula, cosine of beta divided by sine of beta. See, it's very simple. It will be minus square root of 2. Now we come to the question. This is what is required. Cosecant of beta, the reciprocal of sine. Cosine of beta is there, minus square root of 2 over square root of 3. Cotan is minus square root of 2. You cancel here square root of 3. After you cancel, you get two numbers, the same number, minus square root of 2 minus square root of 2. It will be minus 2 square root of 2 is the final answer. I hope you enjoyed this question. Let's see question number 4, the most difficult one in this session here. Sine to the power 4 of x. If I give you sine to the power 4 of x is equal to m value number plus n cosine of 2x plus k cosine of 4x, find m, find n, find k. It is not easy, but you can do it, you can try it, you can learn from the solution here. You can pause here and think, what can you do? Sine power 4, where is the formula for sine power 4? Okay, I will show you in the first slide here, because we'll have maybe 2-3 slides for the solution. So the given is there, sine power 4 of x is equal to m plus n cosine 2x plus k cosine 4x. I will start by deriving the double angle formula. So it looks like here I will start from scratch. Cosine of 2u is equal cosine of u plus u. I will reach with u sine power 4. So let's start with double angle. So cosine 2u, cosine u plus u. Just by the formula, cosine of the sum, cosine of u minus sine u, sine u. So you can multiply, it will be cosine squared of u minus sine squared of u. We have seen this formula, the first slide. You can go back and check it. So that one in the box here, we have seen in the first slide. Now we know sine squared of u plus cosine squared of u is equal to 1 always. Now we can find cosine squared of u, 1 minus sine squared. Then I will replace cosine squared here in this equation. You see this one? I will replace it there. So I will have cosine 2u, please go carefully here, cosine 2u, in the bracket I have 1 minus sine squared of u minus sine squared of u. I can add these two, so I get cosine 2u, 1 minus 2 sine squared of u. Also, this is double angle. I will call it star. Solve equation star for sine squared of u. You can do it. You can pause now, maybe less than a minute. Find sine squared of u. See, move it on the other side, move the cosine 2u on the other side, divide by 2. Try to get sine squared. Why I need that one? Because you will square it again to get sine power 4. You see the trick now? From double angle, you go double angle. Inside the double angle, we have sine squared. Solve for sine squared and then square it. You will get sine power 4. Let's see now. Okay, so from previous slide, I have this one, cosine 2u, 1 minus 2 sine squared of u. I called it star. Solve star for sine squared of u. So it will be 1 minus cosine of 2u divided by 2. This equation is called lowering power, number 1. See why we call it lowering power? The power, instead of 2, it comes to power 1. But look for the angle. It becomes doubled angle. So u becomes 2u, but squared becomes only cosine. Now, square the last equation. You see this one? Now we get sine power 4. We are almost there. Sine power 4 is what? Sine squared all squared. And sine squared from lowering power is 1 minus cosine 2x divided by 2. You square up, you square down in the denominator and numerator. So you can use this formula, a minus b all squared, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Simplify, 1 over 4, leave it in the fraction outside. Inside, what do we see here inside? There is a little trick also. We can see squared also there, but squared on the cosine. You see? That's another problem here. We see squared on the cosine. So we need lowering power number 2. Apply lowering power number 2 in the next slide for cosine squared 2x. I will show it to you. This is lowering power number 2, which is cosine squared of u, 1 plus cosine 2u over 2. Remember, the u becomes 2u. So here we have, here, what I mean is here, we have cosine squared 2x. When I apply lowering power, it will be there, you see there, 4x. 1 plus cosine 4x over 2. And then I simplify the whole equation. See, I add 1 and 1/2, 3 over 2 down. Minus 2 cosine 2x plus cosine 4x over 2. Multiply inside here all. You see this one 4? Distribute inside, multiply. 1 over 4 times 3 over 2 becomes 3 over 8. Multiply, multiply. Then you can compare with the given question. So m will be the first number, 3 over 8. N will be minus half. And k will be 1 over 8. That's not easy question, but I think you will understand it. Now, directly we move to practice number 1. Very nice idea here. You can, given the cosecant of minus theta, given some other condition, find sine 2 theta times cosine 2 theta. Simplify the expression. 2 sine 2 alpha minus sine 4 alpha divided by 2 sine 2 alpha plus sine 4 alpha. Question number 3. Practice number 3, you can see the idea here. Very similar to question number 4, where we have sine power 4. Here I gave you cosine power 4 so that you can practice and then find the coefficients A, B, and C. These are the answers. You can enjoy them. And thank you for watching. I will see you in another video with another topic. Thank you very much.